Hello and welcome to the second tutorial for CHM579, which is how to create your first web page and do assignment 0 for the course. So the first tool we're going to use here is this free HTML editor. You can find it by just Googling HTML square edit. It's the first link. And in this top portion here, you have the HTML code that you'll be writing, and in the bottom it previews what the code's going to be. A good start for learning HTML is the W3C Schools tutorial. We're just going to copy their very first example. You're welcome to read more of these links if you're interested, but for the purposes of this course, this is all we really need, and everything else I'll show to you. So we're just going to copy and paste that there, and you'll see that things have changed. The first thing we want to do is change the page title. I'm just going to call this assignment 0. And then we want to change the first header, which is right up here. This H1 next to it means it's going to be the biggest header. I'm just going to call this About Me. Part of this assignment is writing a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in taking this course. So my name is Jonathan, and I am going to be your TA for this course. So just type that out, type whatever you want about yourself. It goes in these little P tags, which just means it's going to be a paragraph on the page. You can create a second header here. So talk about your previous experience. The H2 just means it's going to be a secondary header to the About Me header. You notice that it kind of renders a little bit smaller font down there. And I have previously taken this course. My experience here. There's still a lot more to learn though, obviously. It's a very in-depth course. And we're going to close that P bracket just to know that that's going to be its own paragraph. And then I want to show you a little bit of something else. I'm going to show you guys about you have to add a section for what you want to learn in the course. So I'm going to do down here. So I'm interested in modeling the structure of proteins and how they interact with drug molecules. All right, now what we're going to do is I want to show you guys how to quickly make a link here, make a sort of a hyperlink to another web page. And the way we do this is I'll just make this protein text different. So what we do here is we add an anchor. So we say href is equal to, and then the website we want to go to. So I'm just going to link this to RCSB, which is a website for downloading protein structures. So rcsb.org, and then we end the link with a /a like that. So HTML sort of begins with something in those greater than less than brackets, and you end it with a / thing in those greater than less than. So as you can see, I made a link there that goes to rcsb.org. And the next thing I want to show you is how to put an image on your website, because all this text kind of gets boring. So the way we do that is with image space src is equal to whatever the image name is in quotes. So this is going to be protein.png. And you have to give it some sort of alternate text, which is in case it doesn't load. So you always have to give it some alt is equal to, I'm just going to call it protein again for that. And then you want to give it a little caption. So the caption goes before the closing tag there. So the caption is just going to be protein. And /image to end that caption. And that's it. That's going to be our first website. That's all we really need to do for assignment 0. Then we're going to copy this. This text. And then we're going to put it onto the CHM579 server that we're going to be using for this course. So we're going to create a new profile in Bitwise SSH. I'm just going to call this CHM579 server. The host this time is going to be 10.164.22.16. You must be on Purdue's campus to use this. You can't access outside of Purdue. And the username is going to be your first name in all lowercase _ your last name in all lowercase. Your password is your last name with capitals, so capital FINE for me, and then the last 4 digits of your Purdue ID. So once you enter that in, last name and those last 4 digits, you're welcome to change your password, and we can go over that in lab if you want. But that's what your temporary password is going to be. We use this nano command. We're going to be posting a second video about how to use nano later. But for right now, we're just going to use nano. It has to be index.html. Anything else won't work. You must say index.html. Now we're going to paste the code. To do this in Windows, you just right-click on that window, and it should paste all that code there for you. On Mac OS X, you hold the Apple button V, and on Linux, you hold Shift Control V. So different operating systems, different way of pasting. For Windows, it's just a right-click, like I said. So you say nano, then you hit Control X and Y to save. So paste it, Control X, Y to save. When we refresh this here, we'll see that we've created this index.html. Again, it must be index.html. No other name will work. And now what we want to do is we want to copy this text up here. We're going to copy this, and we're going to put this into our web browser, and we'll see our beautiful website. So we do 10.164.22.16, paste it in, and this is what I've written previously. But you notice here, I don't have my image down here. That alternate protein text is there because I need to put an image there. So I'm just going to RCSB, do the molecule of the month, save image as, I'll call this, what do I call it, protein.png. And actually this is a JPEG, so you're welcome to use nano very quickly for quick edits. So I'm going to quickly edit this text, nano index.html, and just change that PNG to JPEG because that's what the format from RCSB is. And then again, Control X and Y to save, and then Enter. And we're going to drag that over. So you'll see here that we've dragged that protein.jpg over. And when we reload this website, our protein picture will be there. So that's your basic tutorial on HTML, and see you in lab on Wednesday.